only mocreias have played this, they lost on it as well. So they have played it, they've been willing to play it, but they haven't done well on it. So we're gonna have to see how that pans out, of course, heading into Nuke, starting on the T side, of course, as well, which is, as you said, not the funnest position to be in.
Yeah, let's get it. I am all here for it. We've done with Europe. That was a banger of a game. So what I'm thinking is that we're owed an equally good game here. mocreias, it's their map pick. They're starting on the T side. MIBR on the City side. Affinity, let's get this.
Absolutely, and I can see the Julie's out right away, and I love this. Look at that push through hut. They're wanting to take this advanced position. Fuzzy, ready and waiting. Isn't possibly expecting two of them, but it's going to hold their nerve. Keep waiting. No contact being made just yet. The server falls silent. Nobody wanting to make the first move. Nobody wanting to give away the first frag of the entire map. The first map of the series, of course.
They look poised to go through towards the A bomb site. Mari.
Oh, here they go.
Outside with the P250. Here they go. Molotov's coming in. Fuzzy, first of all, good entry with the Glock. Julebred is down, and the T side, they are not stopping. Quick rotations are coming from lobby, and Heaven as well is contesting. However, the T side, they're just winning out all their jewels. And Kazi left all by herself. Bye-bye. Bokor nails her out the server, and that grants mocreias their first round.
That is absolutely crazy stuff going on there. Everyone holding their nerve. That little battle and hurt, the little jiggle that we saw. Nobody wanting to sort of move first. That Molotov came out. They get the initial 2 picks there, and there's not really anything they could do. As you said, rotates came in fast, but there really wasn't anything they could do. They got bombed down. That's good money. They got the advanced positions for the post plant. And it was sort of really over the moment that Molotov was thrown. But we will see a little bit of a fast push out here. A lot of activity outside. Mari with the Galil pushing forward. Gonna manage to get over to red box without seeing anybody as well. A little bit worried about that secret hold though, but there's nobody there waiting for them. Yodin got the back of their teammate as well. Creeping forward outside, but nobody's actually gonna show face just yet. China from Heaven will be the first to spot somebody as well. Not exactly the ideal weapon for this sort of fight. The flash will get them off the angle. That's 3 spotted. Xenon going to be the only one not able to quite get down with the team there, and it's going to be Bazina to sort of keep things under control. I say that, everyone's down vent as well. There's going to be a 5v5 fight.
Yeah. This could be dangerous. There's definitely scope for this to go very wrong. And the first blood will be onto Mari. However, unfortunately, even though they do have just the pure player power there, it's going to be MIBR falling. Like, they just have USPs. It was never really around that you think can get dangerous. 1 kill, fair enough. However, I do want to interject and say we do actually have a bit of a roster change. So
another one.
If I'm not, well, so Little Z is playing. And
True.
Arkina is not playing. Little Z, if I'm not mistaken, was removed from MIBR at the start of the year. So we continue with this whole theme of MIBR players, and she is going to be playing today, and she also played the last game against Raven. So I think that kind of threw me off ball a little bit. It's been lots of roster changes. So mocreias, still a little bit of difference, but we are on our first gun round, and look at this. Mari's already down vent with a back tip.
Look how quickly they've managed to push. They've been very good at sort of keeping this tempo interesting. And look, Kisia is going to spot 2 outside. He's just going to hold the trigger down, keeps himself alive, and gets away safely as well. That's absolutely huge, and is able potentially to get a couple more here as well. Will hear the footsteps. Look at that. It's a 4-on-2 so early on into the round. Is there really anything that mocreias can do to come back from this? The Molotov absolutely perfect at holding them at bay and keeping them trapped in secret. There we are. It's just bokor left now. Gonna peek up. Here's the jump up. Unfortunately unable, however, to get the kill. Beautiful round, keeping 3 alive. That's the round that MIBR needed to sort of get themselves in the game here.
Kind of perfect first gun round. You were talking about that Molotov and you were talking about trapping. It just allowed for the flank to come through. Yes, it did turn their attention in secret to look at the flank. However, those 1-for-1s and then ultimately Bazina just cleaning it up, that's really well played from MIBR. And that was a good round from mocreias, but just a great outside hold from Kazia. And I think that's really well done, especially dealing Mari down vent. There is the low buy back up. mocreias, they've bought into it, but it's scraping the bottom of the barrel.
It really is. You know, you've got your 2 Deagles, you've got your Mac 10, couple of AKs, but the utility's so light on the ground, and T-side Nuke, that's a huge disadvantage to put yourself in as well. We talked about those Molotovs, and they really just isn't the money for them. They've got one there on Little Z. Little Z, not sure how American we're going with this.
Little Z, she
Little
got that
Z.
Deagle, and she's gonna pop some heads. Yeah.
Is indeed, well, hopefully gonna pop some heads. Regain, unfortunately, holding this angle diligently, nobody looks to be home. Does manage to turn their attention at the right time and swing
What a
back.
setup.
That is absolutely beautiful stuff. I was a little bit worried holding completely the wrong angle there. And bokor at the back of the site to keep things maybe a little bit steady, but they are on their own here, and there's really not much they can do. People swarming all around them, and that will be the final nail in the coffin. Second round for MIBR, and that sort of force buy not really paying off for them too greatly.
No, that's a really good start for MIBR now. Losing the pistol, we were talking about MR12, and we were talking about how it can be dangerous if you lose some rounds in a row on that T side. However, those pistol rounds have so much more importance now. But a lovely 2 gun rounds, to be honest. That setup and hut, double setup, I can't lie, you don't normally see that. You don't normally see 2 people in hut like that, but it works perfectly. It gives them the player advantage really early on, and it's just swept up. Now in eco, MIBR, they'll be looking to do this one really cleanly, and they'll be looking to take the lead with it. It's fast placed from the T side, however, with already a player disadvantage, this should go as we expect it.
That got a little scary there for Kizzer as well. Had their gun out. Fuzzy gets one with the AWP, but is getting a little bit swarmed here. Will manage to get away with their life just about. And Regain there, back up just in case. Oh, beautiful kill there. Up close and personal. Third round on the board. You can tell there's some BM in the server. You can tell that it is personal tonight.
This feels like a crush match in a sense.
It does. I think it is a grudge match.
You have a lot of you have a surprisingly amount of ex-teammates on this server right now, and then the individuals that aren't ex-teammates are incredibly talented and have got really good results. So I feel like for MIBR, they're really wanting to win this, and I mean the same goes for the other side. But yeah, okay, they hit the eco. They're back on the rifles now. Fuzzy aggressive with the AWP outside, back red. A Molotov is going to go behind her. However, a fantastic flashbang by her teammates. It blinds everyone. The issue is they all just cower, and she can't get anything from that. So Fuzzy is going to have to fall back.
Does get away with their life though miraculously, which is really good as well, keeping hold of that AWP, keeps the sort of pressure alive as well. And the opening kill will actually go in the way of MIBR here. China with this Molotov could ruin the days of mocreias. Gonna hold back that push because it does look like they're all ready and raring to go towards ramp here. Molotov gonna force them back. They have to reconsider or wait this out. It does look like they've decided maybe outside is the play.
Yeah, losing that player advantage early is really rough. I'm surprised it just didn't even come from the AWP. Like, it was a great opener from Kazia. However, low utility, they can't cross this AWP. The flashbangs are going to have to be really good. Mari, a dry swing, no flash directly for Garage, and Fuzzy, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. Bomb is down in front of her. Yes, one player's got down towards Secret. However, it doesn't matter because you're ding her. She's got everything on her. Seen out in the open, swung by 2 angles. However, she hits both of them. Look at this flank from Silo though. Unfortunately, this is where it might end. It's a whiff. Oh no. Okay, does hit the shot. That looked like she was still alive, and very scrappy, very messy. I had a little inch of belief.
Bit of a panic there, yeah.
A little inch of belief with the whiff, with the double kill. However, mocreias, unfortunately, with all that utility used early, they just had nothing at the end. And the flashbangs, even though they were quite good for some angles, they were ineffective for the one that was being held by the AWP.
Absolutely. Little bit of a scary one. That push up so far, which, you know, I respect the confidence, but, you know, as you said, teammates carrying away a little bit. They didn't even get the opening kill there. It very much slipped out of their hands quite a little bit here. Bit of a timeout called as well. I think it's very well placed. Timeouts working a little bit differently as well. They get 3 in regulation now. Once you hit that overtime mark, I believe all remaining timeouts are wiped and both teams get 1. There's 1 timeout per overtime. I like it. I think it provides a lot more opportunity to talk strategy. That right there, that replay right there.
Clean.
That's where I lost my mind for a second.
I thought one of them would get the kill as well. That's the thing.
You know, the first person, you're like, that they're going to get the kill. They don't. And then there's the immediate transfer over. Gets the second, you're like, okay, surely the third. It looks like they almost whiffed it there as well. they'd got that third kill, we could have been looking at a slightly different round there.
I think I mean, Yordina, if she had got that third, I think my mind would be completely blown because unfortunately she kind of got left out to dry. Sinon just ducks down secret. And speaking of Sinon, going into this round, she has a hero AK. It's going to be a low buy. It's going to be a fast pop out towards the A bomb site, but that's the hero AK down first. The Tech 9s do get good entries and the kills are going back and forth. However, the crunch from MIBR, they just rotate in so quickly from Mini, from Heaven, and now Kazia, she's already put herself in second vent. The bomb is still in the hands of mocreias, and the AK has been picked up. However, that AK is now all by Lonesome. 1 versus 3. Lena, do we believe?
I unfortunately don't believe.
Yeah.
And as we've just seen there, yeah, it was a little bit of a difficult position. The hero AK going down so quickly as well sort of doomed them a little bit from the start. It was in quite an irretrievable position as well. But yeah, there's not really much more to say on that. It was an eco round, so we can't put too much stock in it necessarily. We will see them buying with a lot more force here as well. The AWP coming back out, which hopefully is the firepower that we need. I will be curious to see where they want to play this, though.
Yeah, this is actually, that's a very interesting thing to have this AWP out because Furzy's had some very impactful rounds, like kind of that one round outside, throwing some utility towards the A bomb site. Sinon might want to try get down towards Vent. However, we need to shift our focus over to Furzy because this time when she goes that outside peak, she is going to be successful. And Sinon also didn't actually get down Vent with that Mac 10. So the bomb's in T-spawn. We've got 2 sets of players going ramp and secret, but where's the bomb?
No clue. We talked about the AWP as well being so crucial, and it was the first weapon to
as well.
It was a battle of the orbs. Unfortunately, one just scoped it a little bit quicker. And very difficult round here. 2-player disadvantage, low health, of course, on the Mac 10. Mac 10's incredibly strong in CS2. I don't know if many of you have been playing with them, but incredibly powerful.
Apex
Perfect for a situation like that. Apex, yeah, as you said, Apex showed us what it's like.
And there's still a chance in this round.
It is indeed. We said that it was looking a little bit shaky, but that Mac 10 making it work as well. Unfortunately, losing Yudinka there in lobby, not ideal. Health on bokor, very low as well. It's doable, but unfortunately, health's not there. Bomb, not really in their hands either.
Also very sporadic. Look at where they are. You've got a combination of 10 HP between those 2 players. One's in lobby, one's in secret. They can't even play together. MIBR crushing on the CT side, and okay, Bazina. Is that the second time, or was it someone else the first time? Either way, Bazina, a bit of flair. And yeah, great round. Honestly, when Furzy gets an opening like that, I actually don't really know what you can do. And once again, we commented on the bomb at about a minute where it was, and the lack of, well, I guess people around it, and people making a move without the bomb. That was a theme throughout that whole round. So, mocreias, I'm not gonna lie, they've picked into this T side, and I'm not really seeing much hope currently.
I agree with you. Something that we've seen a lot of as well is that's a very nice spawn you have. I'll take it. They've been playing all over the map. The HE grenades, absolutely beautiful with the new smokes in CS2. They will be able to see that they sort of got down secret, but with so many of them down, a little bit of an infestation problem that they're going to have to somehow squash already.
This is potentially the best start I think in the round I've seen, because they're in a legit good position. However, not much utility. They do have 2 smokes, and if they're both placed towards ramp, I can start to believe. One gets put down, the flashbang for the other angle. However, Furzy's still able to find a frag. Digits gets tapped in, and look at the rotation from the CT side. They're already swarming around ramp.
Absolutely. Now they're going to have enemies on all sides. Can they fight a battle on all of their fronts? It will be interesting to see. That smoke is going to fade as well, which is going to start causing the problems. It has been replenished. It has indeed. And look at that. The Tech 9's incredible. They're keeping this competitive. And look at them go. Fighting one, but just back up from window. Incredible stuff there around that. I'll be honest, they didn't really have much business winning. You said incredible start. They're very powerful start. And that's sort of the firepower that I think they've been missing. You know, MIBR, with those super advanced early positions, bringing that sort of firepower, absolutely incredible change of pace.
Yeah, completely. They got a good position early on, and then the 2 smokes they continuously put on the right side of ramp. I don't hate a 5 ramp retake, but when you are being tunneled through the right side of ramp and you are not able to go through the other side, it's so easy for mocreias. And honestly, a very easy post plant for them that they executed really well. They saved 2 individuals. Little Z's brought up an AWP and has dropped over an AK. So the AWPs are out for both sides. Finally, for Little Z, I want to see what she can do because she hasn't died in 10 seconds this time.
That is true. That is a very good start. Dying not in the first 10 seconds. Brilliant way to start. But they have to get a little bit more than that as well. That AWP in a little bit of a weird position in lobby there, just hoping that maybe someone peeks into them. But doesn't look like it's the case. Nerve's going to be hold. We've seen this battle in the hut so many times since the start of that map. Beautiful kill there through the smoke. Timing just impeccable. Game sense on point. The kills go, I would say, back and forth, but mostly in the way of mocreias. Regain gonna hold down the fort for just a second, buys a little bit of time before they burst onto site. It's just Furzy in heaven with the AWP now. Is there much they can do? Not the weapon to the retake. Mollied off, gets the first one, has to pull back. Molly missed, it did. There's a chance now. Creeping around the corner. Will spot the back. Gets the first as well. Has to be careful now. Drops down, dies in midair, unfortunately. But what an incredible attempt there. And that'll be 4 rounds on the board from mocreias, trying to bring it back a little bit. Was getting scary for them.
I think that's a prime example of when we see Furzy in a position to perform, she excels. Those were some just lovely shots. She slipped past them on heaven. They thought she was still kind of, at the mouth point of heaven, and she had no head armor. If she had head armor, she would have survived that. But I think she actually might have died from the drop-off because of the ding. Either way, lovely shot from Yadina. She's crispy with it today. And overall, mocreias, that was a lovely round of just good trades. That I've been kind of waiting to see that the whole day. Like, that was a good round. They just kept on trading out. And they kept on getting the player advantage. And I think that was really nicely done. 3v1 at the end, got a little bit close. Isn't great for their economy. Regardless, they're on 4. And they're making their way back into the T side. If they can even... Because if they get this round and we go into the final round of the half, MIBR, firstly, won't have that up on Thursday, and secondly, are going to be pretty weak all around for economy. So this is a really big round for mocreias, where if they win this 6-6 half, I'm all of a sudden starting to believe.
Absolutely, 6-6 half on the T side. As we said, we're still waiting to see how this MR thing really pans out in the long run as well. Of course, everything's sort of still shaping up at the moment, but 6-6 half, if I could speak, it'd be brilliant. 6-6 half is brilliant.
Yeah, after a pretty poor start, I think that's a very nice outcome. A little bit slower for mocreias as well this time. They've saved a lot of their utility. No outside smokes early. And look at the smokes they're deploying. Very different. This is looking like they want to wrap around heaven. 1 mini, 1 under heaven. Issue is, China still can enable herself towards heaven, but she's very scared. I don't blame her. She doesn't want to peek out because she knows they're there. However, that does favor the CT side because look at where they are. They've got 3 players on the say bomb side with Furzy in quick rotation.
Absolutely, and they've tried something that we haven't seen them do before. They've managed to push up quite far, and whether they spot the enemies that are right behind them, and I don't think they do, because look at the kill feed absolutely lighting up there. And there is only 2 players left alive for MIBR. This was a really important round that they needed to win here, but Bomb will go down in the last 15 seconds. Xena going to be creeping around, but there's absolutely nobody waiting for them to receive. Was he going to slowly back away?
This is a big save.
If
she can save this, big, not even the AWP, but both just kind of an AWP and a rifle, big save. Because they wouldn't. Oh, okay. Bazina died in secret. I think she was coming out of secret, so that's a little bit confusing. Furzy needs to be careful. Bomb radius is expanded in CS2. I think where she is right now, she dies. If she gets behind red box, she's grand, and I think she'll be allowed to do that. However, what a round from Yadina. We didn't see it. I had a little bit of a gasp because I didn't see it, but I knew that was crisp. It was like 5 bullets, 2 headshots. That was a really good push from MIBR. They pushed into lobby because they'd lost outside. Perfect reactions. You have MP9s. Great play. Taking the control towards the inside area where the angles are closer, and that's where you excel. You also know that the majority of their forces are outside, so you have that ability to maybe overwhelm someone. They overwhelm Yadina. Yadina just hits 2 banger shots. And then, unfortunately, I feel like that was the round over. And then the nail in the coffin was just tapped down a little bit harder. I think it was Mari. Just instantly got the opener onto China, I think it was, on rafters. So, really unfortunate for MIBR there. I don't think they did anything inherently wrong. It was just a really nice round from mocreias to whittle out their opponent's utility very early on, save theirs, and then just a great set play with an even better execution of that set play.
Absolutely. Now, one thing on a slightly different note that I do want to point out is I'm really liking the P90 pick from Little Z here. P90 in CS2
She had an AWP, right? She saved this. She saved the AWP.
I think maybe maybe it's a little bit of a, I don't really know. The P90 in CS2 is broken.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's a laser.
We're gonna see it. Lena, we're gonna see it. They're running out the A bomb site. Little Z through the Molotov, completely blind. Doesn't get the first kill, but making so much space for her team. However, the CT side, they're winning out these trades. Never mind, it's all China by herself, and they know where she is. She came through the back lines, but she might catch them off with Util in the hand of one, but no. Bokor catches her coming through the smoke, and with that, the scores are leveled up going into the break.
Welcome back, wonderful people. What an amazing first half we had. Look at that scoreline, 6-6. We could not have asked for a better way to kick this series off. Now, I, of course, am Affinity, returning once again to the microphone with the wonderful Freddy.
What's up? And honestly, great comeback from mocreias. It's their map pick. I think it was 6-2, and we both kind of sat there and we were like, why did they pick this? However, led by, I want to say majoritively Yadina, it's been a great comeback. Now they're on the favored side, but this pistol round could spell a lot. It will give either side a little push forward. mocreias, they won that pistol round at the very beginning of the game. Can they replicate it? Good first dink onto Sign-On, and it will allow MIBR down towards B bomb site, fairly uncontested.
It will indeed. Look at them. The rotates will be coming in swiftly, but bomb's already down. They have the ability to set up into those post plants, and that they have. See a little bit of presence down towards Decon. but there we go. Shots fired initially. Double peek is going to be good. It's going to force Fuzzy back off the angle. And we'll retreat back up to window here. But double peek coming through once again. Gets the first kill. It isn't actually backed up by teammates. The trades don't really come in. Will eventually be traded out. But China here holding that tight little angle. And it got the teammates back up as well. Kills left, right, and center. Easy round there for MIBR. They got the bomb down quickly. There was not really much they could do there. Easy pickings. Sort of... I don't really know what more to say there. They got the bomb down. They set up pretty well. Simple, clean CS.
Yeah, good round. They've pushed into control there. They took control of control. That was always something that got drilled into me when I used to play. Like, if you got that B bomb site, you want to make sure you have control of double or control room. But no, great round from MIBR. I think that's a huge pistol round because mocreias are going to eco. So you've got MIBR finally kind of garnering that lead 8-6. And also, that's both pistol round wins. Honestly, if we're in CS2, and even in CSGO, we'd always say MR15. If you win both pistol rounds, you don't win the game. Did you really, come on. And now in MR12, I feel like that's heightened a lot.
I've got a question about this conga line through control towards vent. Like, I'm not complaining. I'm all for a good conga line. There's just not much space being taken.
I mean, if someone drops the vent, yeah, they're gone. I kind of rate this because mocreias, they're going, if you go towards secret, we're going to at a minimum get a kill. If you go towards A, you know what, have the bomb plant, but we're not going to give you extra $600, for instance, on that Mac 10.
True. And I think it's quite an interesting one. MIBR, look at them.
I've never seen this, I'll be honest. I've never seen a stack like that, I'll be honest.
I was like very weird way to get to vent as well. Choosing to all conga line through B site. But now that MIBR have found nobody, they must be quite confused. They've got to be having questions.
Still continuing.
The conga's still continuing. I rate it. Come on, shake your body, baby, the conga. What more can you want from a game? They will be coming up through secret.
They're in single file.
No, this is good and bad. It gives us jokes to talk about, but also makes it very easy just to press the trigger and take everybody down. And that's unfortunately what we might see here. Bazina going to be called upon. They've seen nobody all game, and that's got to be a little bit scary. First body finally spotted. They will peek one by one, conga lining straight into the wood chipper. Beautiful round from MIBR. Yeah. What do you have to say on that? What is your professional analyst opinion on?
I don't think there is much to. I mean, to be fair, in the end, it was just an eco, so we're kind of giving it a lot more light than it should on the basis that was just funny. It's just kind of amusing. I think what is interesting is when mocreias actually played against Fluxo, they held their own on the T side very nicely with a 6-9 half, and actually only got 8 rounds on the CT side. So that's what I'm a little bit scared now. Like, this is the first gun round. We have no AWP out for either side. We saw how much AWPing and how well it was for Fuzzy. Little Z, 6 kills. If you want to take ventures with your old team, this is when you've got to start, but unfortunately just on a A1S, and there's not much utility as well, but a good dink firstly onto, there's been a disconnect, I think. I don't know what just happened, because the HUD's just shifted, and I heard the sound, and there's 4 players in the server. She was dinked. No, someone got dinked, and someone's out of the server. Damage was done, so mocreias, they still play this round. The round will not be reset.
It will not indeed, and that is a massive, massive advantage for them. Of course, massive disadvantage there for MIBR. Still potentially something they can find in this as well, but that is we're gonna probably see a tech pause after this. Little Z gonna be called upon to get one. Look at that, they rush forward as well. They managed to get one, but they haven't managed to flush out Little Z yet.
Surely.
I tell a lie. They do manage to get down. It's a 2v3. We have seen greater, I say comebacks. It's not really a comeback.
An entrance back in the round. Yeah, because that's firstly a good Molotov towards single. Ooh. And that's great aggression from Fuzzy. High risk, high reward. Pops open the double door. She doubles down. And Regain as well. Also collects 2 in the round. 4v5. I mean, who needs 5 players? Unpause. Let's continue. Just keep on playing. You can do it 4v5. It gives you that confidence to go for those high-risk plays that you may not normally go for. And guess what? It works out in spades.
It does. We were talking. We literally just said the words had left our mouth. Massive disadvantage. And I think MIBR said, you know, hold on a second. We're not done yet. And you know, he said round's not going to be replayed in situations like that. The round too far in to be replayed, damage had been done, so they're not going to replay it. Turns out they don't need to. We're going to get a few of the players as well. Now, guessing game. Just based on this alone,
no. Okay,
what do you think the issue is? We're going to have to...
Wait, guessing game. Are we guessing... Wait, what?
Guessing what happened. Like, what happened,
What
you know, with
happened?
Because there's... I don't know about you. Here in the UK, there's been massive storms all day. I know a couple of my friends have had massive power issues. So maybe it's a power issue? Do you think maybe... I've had people PC components broke mid-game? You know, what do you think? What are you thinking?
I don't... So, what I want to figure out is... Because it's... So, someone got dinked. So, Bazina got dinked.
Up on Silo, yeah.
And then felt like that then disconnected. However, then Bazina was still in the server, so I don't really know what happened. But the player on Silo dinked and just went, you know what? You can't take my life. Bye bye.
I'm a dip.
I'm a see you later.
That's the Overwatch strats coming out there. Crushing games.
Just seeing how it's kind of in the same vein in a weird way. I don't know if you saw it. It was a couple weeks ago. I cannot remember for the life of me who was against, but it was a pretty decent team, and I don't think it was a European team. Ecstatic beat them, and I think it was Nodios disconnected in the final round in the 1 versus 1 when there was no time left. You know, like the round was over, they'd won the game, and he disconnected instead of like going for the kill. He just straight up left the game.
You know, I've got mixed opinions on that. I think it's very sportsman-like to sort of close out the game.
It's very unsportsman, isn't it? It's very unsportsmanship.
I'm a massive person for preaching. I'm not one for toxicity. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you know, it's part of the game, it's part of the community. I like mine. I like it clean. I do like to see a little bit of BM, as we've seen with the teams, you know, shooting dead bodies when it's a little bit personal. But I think there's a certain level that we hold ourselves to. And that's something that I really love with seeing Impact, is that everyone has been really nice to one another. It's been such a welcoming community. Chat as well. Shout out to you. You guys have been incredible as well, staying with us. Some of the Europeans as well have been sort of hanging on until very, very early in the morning. Now,
if we're talking about hanging on, if we're talking about hanging on until early in the morning, I am Sydney. If that doesn't test my not motivation, but kind of like determination to watch these tournaments, my sleep schedule's been ruined because of that tournament.
I'm gonna nod and pretend that the tournament has ruined my sleep schedule.
You're like, yeah, of course.
For anyone that knows me, I've been up playing games until what, 5:30 in the morning for the past.
Oh God!
4
By the way,
weeks.
don't do that.
Don't do that.
Sleep
is good. Sleep is very good.
Sleep is good.
Especially if you've got a lecture at 9 a.m. You know, don't be me. Be better than I am. That's my advice. You know, I don't know what advice you want to pass on. My advice is that sleep is good. What do you want to pass on? Pieces of wisdom.
CS2. Grind CS2.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
CS2? You've been enjoying it.
Well, I haven't really. I've kind of stepped away from the face it grind. I think CS2 is. I haven't. It's kind of taken a bit of the competitiveness out of me. Like, you know, those kind of late night grinds with my like the duo that I had or whatever. That's kind of stepped away. I'm kind of seeing it more as a bit of fun when I play it now, to be honest. I think I play Premier. Just kind of enjoy playing against people who have like HPL TV profiles and think they're really good, and then beating them, and that kind of just kind of amuses me.
I like it. I respect the mindset. What else? I've been playing a little bit, again, casually. I've never really been the hyper competitive. I know that it's an experience that a lot of women will share with me. Solo queuing's not really my favorite activity to do, but I've had a load of people that have been wanting to play CS2 now that it's come out. So I've just been having a bit of fun with it. The whole damage on subtick thing, I'm okay with. I'm doing quite well on. But I know it's been ruining the games of a lot of people, and a lot of people are a bit upset about it as well. So, you know, it's been very divided in my friend group.
Yeah. Also, while we kind of have this moment to interact with the chat, we had that 50-50 at the very beginning, which I'm personally shocked that we had a 50-50. Like, that's insane how close it was. And I think this game so far is kind of showing that. It is currently it's 9-6 to MIBR. They've won the both pistol rounds, and in this T half they won. It was 6-6 to the half. They won the pistol round, following up against the eco, and then the gun round. people in chat, where do your allegiances lie? Are we still seeing that 50-50?
Who is defecting?
Or do we, or is a part of you thinking, well, if mocreias are looking a little challenged on their map pick, then MIBR is going to take theirs. It's going to be a 2-0 for them. What are we thinking? You know, are we thinking reverse sweeps? Let's get some predictions. Let's get some conversation flowing of what we think is going to happen.
Repredict now.
Because the game's going live, and Affinity, we can stop podcasting mode because the action and what you're really here for is now live.
It is. You're not here to listen to us ramble. You are here to watch an absolutely incredible game, and that is exactly what has been provided for us. We can see just the pistols coming out from mocreias. A couple of them bought up a little bit here as well, but against the likes of the AK, this feels like it's a little bit of a fate-sealed round already.
Yeah, this is a very good pathway for MIBR to be taking that elusive 13 it is now.
It is.
And this is not necessarily... Yeah, like the elusive 13.
The elusive 13.
Like the 16 had that ring to it. But, you know, here we are, new dawn, new age. This is not necessarily the round we should be focusing on. This can get dangerous, but look, you've only got 2 sets of armor, Mari and Little Z. You've got a Zeus on Yadina, and she's in a very prime position to get that Zeus. However, if she gets wrapped around potentially from a main, this could get a bit dangerous. There is a stack on that A-bomb site of 3 individuals. You know what? There's the chance they could get a Zeus and a kill or 2, but I feel like this isn't the round we should be focusing on, and especially with just players being picked apart. That's the Zeus down. However, as we will basically enter this next rifle round, Sign-On has saved for an AWP, so we're gonna have an AWP out on the CT side, and with China dying, Thursday can drop her AK over and buy up an AWP herself, so we could see both of the AWPs coming out for the first time. And for MIBR, this is not a must-win round. However, if they win that, I think that could potentially be game over. For mocreias, 100% must-win round.
Absolutely. It's a bit of an interesting one as well. Of course, rounds like this, the aim is, of course, to win, but it's also to minimize damage. You don't want to be taking too many casualties. You want to be building up that back pocket. And, you know, all the damage done on Kizza there, but also keeping 4 alive. That's really all you can ask for in an eco round. Nothing particularly special. We all have them. It has been quite interesting to see the difference in save rounds and how often we see them between MR16, MR13. Is it MR16, MR13? I don't know which number it's meant to be. Between getting 16 rounds to win and 13.
So it's MR15 and then MR12, so it's kind of like -1.
Yeah, because it's -1, yeah.
Yeah, and okay, this is it. AWP is out for the C side, no AWP out for the T side. They're opting. This is their option to go for the rifles, and I'm thinking maybe something a little bit faster, but for Little Z, she's getting aggressive. She's trying to replicate what Furzy's doing. However, her teammate has died around her, and that smoke completely blocks her off. The dynamism from Furzy around the map was impeccable. What's Little Z is going to be like, because the attention's been brought to ramp. Sidon's fighting for this, and she's actually going to succeed with only the first. Where is these rotations? Where are they going? They're going down the vent right now, and the bomb... No, they're not going down vent. Wait, they're scared someone could be down vent, so they're all right now clustered while the bomb's going to be planted, and MIBR are going to have so much time that they're going to whittle off the clock before mocreias are in position, and I'm not going to lie, is there a chance of a save?
I would be calling a save personally here as well. Bombers, I thought it had been planted. I think it may be one of those things that they accidentally came off half a second too early. We've all done it before, but I think it will just be the save.
I don't know.
I think they properly went down for it. I think, you know, not sure. But again, save has been called. They're just too far removed to make it worth it. That AWP just too valuable, especially in this new sort of environment and scene. Yeah. I don't know what more there is to say. Just going to save the weapons.
Yeah.
Bomb time, we're still exactly the same, so we've still got to wait exactly the same amount of time. We have been seeing a little less saves, of course, with less rounds to play with. People are much more hesitant to call that save early, because you just don't have the same number of rounds to be playing around with, messing around with, the same contingency, really.
Yeah, this makes me, a little part of me is a wee bit scared right now for mocreias. They had a great end of that T side, and they're yet to post a single round on their CT side. If there's ever a time, this would be now. They are going to have that full buy. Sign-On, even though she dropped the AWP in the last round, somehow, like for some reason going into that last round, she had like 8K, so she has loads of money. This is the second tactical pause used from mocreias. MIBR have used 1, if I'm not mistaken. I think if there's ever a time to call a tactical pause, this was the one, because that CT side, that whole round for the C side, I don't really know what the thought process was there. I feel like
Nope.
if they went A, MIBR, perfect, happy days. They had 4 players there. The AWP dropped, which kind of confused me. Or the AWP was playing around mini, and then like they went ramp, and that was just round over. Even if they went outside MIBR, I don't know if mocreias would have had the ability to rotate. They kind of, that whole round was surrounded by the fact that MIBR would go towards A, and they didn't.
I think this is also a very important one, of course, that you always want to try to keep your opponent away from map point, because then you really have no leniency to work with, of course. And this is, of course, essentially the round away from map point from them. And if they lose this, they will have nothing to buy into with the next one. Of course, there's a little bit of money on bokor and Yadina, but also half the team, no money left on them, even with that loss bonus racked up. But we will see Little Z posted up on ramp this time. A little bit different. Haven't seen them play here too much. The AWP favoring outside, of course, this game. But to whether it can find any impact here. Ooh, first kill goes in the way of bokor outside as well. And they want more. They're peeking their head out. They want to see if there's anybody else willing to challenge them, but doesn't look like they are. You can tell that they've got them a little bit scared here. And that's something that we haven't seen much from MIBR. They've been the ones doing the scaring for the most part. Build's going to be called here. Will miss the first shot and fall away. Get away with their life. And we'll just hold ramp here as well.
This opens a lot for wrapping around the A bomb site. You have Bazina outside of Squeaky, and with 2 confirmed players, or at least 1 at a minimum, down towards that B bomb site, alongside the AWP being heard, going towards the A bomb site through heaven could have been a really good play, but because of their lack of outside control, they are actually just going to go through towards the A bomb site. A fast rotation potentially from bokor coming up vent, but in reality, it's just 2 players here. bokor charging up the vent, instantly deteriorated by Furzy. However, the 2 original defenders, they both double down, and because of that opener, it's a 2-player advantage, even though that was a lovely flashbang from Mari. Oh, wait a second, because Kaiser, she's double open, but look at the HP. 16 combined, smoke fading. Furzy had to hit that shot, and because she doesn't, it will be cleaned up. And mocreias, not the easiest of rounds, but a team ace gives them their first CT round.
Absolutely brilliant stuff to see there. Got a little bit scary for me. I don't know if you felt the same there. Got a little bit scary when we saw Kaiser there getting those kills, but nice round. mocreias really keeping themselves in this game. As we said, that was a round that they really needed to win here. And it gives them a little bit of momentum. That is the first round they've won in this half as well. So that's a little bit of a confidence booster, a little bit of a motivation booster as well. This is, in theory, the easiest side, but it really just hasn't looked like that for them. MIBR has been really punishing and really keeping them scared.
All power as well for Furzy in this round. She didn't really utilize it in the last, but yeah, I completely agree with you. That was the first time I was like, you know what, mocreias, you played your own game, and I respect that. But I felt like after that original opener from bokor and Sidon, when they went down towards the B bomb site, they kind of didn't, like, their rotations then got a little bit stinted. It's going to be a fast play towards ramp. MIBR, good opener. Sidon caught out in no man's land, and that's going to be them going towards the B bomb site, even though bokor is right on their tails behind. This is right what the doctor ordered for MIBR, and that opener from Bazina basically just solidifies the round. I'm not gonna lie, I might be calling a save here if I'm mocreias.
Absolutely. Even though they won that previous round, this is really important for them. They need to take that AWP into the next round because, of course, 12 rounds are on map point. Regain, however, not wanting to let these weapons get away, will manage to take one down. That AWP, however, still safe. Still going to be a thorn in MIBR's back the next round. But I don't think they're going to be expending too much more to try take these weapons off of them. Because they do still need weapons themselves, MIBR. They've got the money, but they don't really want to be feeding mocreias.
It's not the end of the world, but only 72 players in the last round makes it a little bit awkward. They have to buy this round. It's it. It's do or die. And Little Z and bokor can both drop. The AWP is out still. That's the expensive equity that they're definitely going to have. I think, honestly, they're going to have a pretty good buy because Mari can buy herself. Yadina and Sidon get the 2 drops.
True, actually.
Good buy coming into this last round. It's a good buy for mocreias. However, it does spell 5 rounds in a row flawlessly. They want to make it to overtime. I've seen crazier things happen. It's their map pick. We've seen what they can do, and we've seen when momentum builds up in their favor on that T side. I don't want to rule them out.
Another bit of a pause. Potentially some more issues. I don't think it's a team timeout, considering we haven't got the cool little clock. But yeah, so we might be having a couple more issues. So again, we're back into podcast mode, aren't we?
Yeah, interesting. We can actually, because there's obviously 2 games going on at once. There's Fluxo Demonos, which I think is how it's kind of like, or Demonos Fluxo is how they're kind of using it in Brazil, and Cafina and Fluxo on their opponent's map pick, which is Nuke, which is still obviously a really good map for them. They got tested. Cafina, who are at the very bottom of the ESL Impact South America scoreboard, has run Fluxo to a pretty far extent, however, still failed. Ancient's up next, that's Fluxo's map pick, so unfortunately that map might be spelling out a 2-0. So that's kind of like a little update.
I will say though,
yeah.
10 rounds against Fluxo, that's good going. That's a lot more than most of the teams have got. So for instance, against Fluxo against mocreias, for instance, that was
30.
Yeah. They that one only went 2 maps. It will be interesting to see if they can pull something off, but as you said, might just be a case of, unfortunately, 2 maps. I'm here for more Counter-Strike than Mary. That's sort of my opinion.
Oh, of course, yeah. I think this game can be so exciting, and it already has been. We're already seeing some really good CS, and we are seeing MIBR pull out a little bit in front. It's out that that's a good sound to me. The rounds being reset, whatever's being reset, it feels like we might be getting back into this one very shortly. Honestly, this is shaping out to be a very good game so far. Yadina has not necessarily put her foot off the pedal, but her T-side performance, I was expecting to see if she could bring that into the CT side. She's got 4 opening kills so far and hasn't been killed at all on the opener. So she's been really good on those openers and has really impressed me so far. She could be that final element that unlocks mocreias and gives them the potentiality to win 5 in a row.
True. I think it's something else that's quite interesting that I want to highlight is that there's quite a big difference in sort of the spread of kills between these 2 teams as well. But then MIBR, of course, in the lead, naturally will have a couple more frags, but it's a lot more spread evenly amongst the team, if you know what I mean, as opposed to 1 or 2 star players really having these stellar performances, which, kills are kills at the end of the day. It's nice to see when everyone's sort of pulling a bit more weight, but that's something I think maybe in mocreias, there's a couple of people. I feel like Murray's had quite a difficult game and is struggling a little bit to find their individual footing for whatever reason. So hopefully, maybe if we can see them bring a little bit more firepower potentially in what's left of this map, in map 2. Of course, we are getting map 1 back underway in a second. Maybe we can see a little bit closer of a scoreline. We will be.
This could be potentially our final round, Affinity.
It could be. It could be our final round.
Against the wall for mocreias, their map pick. Next up is Mirage, and that's not a good opener for them. Bokor first to fall, and a lot of pace initiated in this round. They're leaving Bazina to lurk. Little Z, good rotation, however, gets caught off guard. Doesn't anticipate the majority of the forces to be there so quickly and so early. And with Yadina and Sinon left in this 2 versus 4, the B bomb site hasn't quite been relinquished just yet. Sinon's here, and she's going to try her goddamn best to hold on to this.
Absolutely. There will be a little bit of help coming in from Yadina, just thinning out the numbers a little bit here. Bomb yet to go down as well, which is important. The moment that bomb goes down, there's suddenly an even bigger clock over mocreias' head. Keep saying MCR and thinking something completely different. Those of you that have been through an emo phase, you will understand me as well. But this round's still very much up in the air. The health isn't looking great for a couple of the MIBR players. And with that kill as well, they've suddenly thrown everything into question. Yadina going to be called upon once again. Doesn't quite get the first kill, and it is just seen on the hopes of dragging this map out just a little bit longer. Trying to decide, vent, outside, where do you want to go? And it does look like they're going to try to go outside. That bomb will go down, so there is suddenly a timer that they have to work with. Going to be pushing up towards Mini. Creeping ever so slowly, and that smoke grenade, that could just be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that could just be it. However, they might not anticipate her to walk through.
That's if she does walk through.
Yeah, I was going to say that is if. She has got a kit, and she does have full utility, but the bomb, it's about half tick now. She's made some noise jumping around the corner, and as she gets eliminated, MIBR find 13 and win map 1.
Absolutely incredible stuff there as well. And you know what? I don't think the scoreline necessarily did that whole map justice. MIBR had a very, very dominant start, and sort of